trying new hobbies, trying to get into new things. We moved. We thought 2026 was the year we'd be parents. We were at the hospital at like midnight on Christmas Eve, going to the emergency room. We've planned a Disney trip. I am fully re-entering my bridal era. I had a miscarriage. It wasn't like a typical miscarriage. Wow, okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Haley, and if you're not new here, you might have noticed that I have not posted in 3 months. A lot has happened in 3 months, a lot more than I anticipated happening. So we're gonna go over all of it, the highs, the lows. There's so much to update you guys on, and it'll also kind of explain why I started a YouTube channel and then I ghosted it for quite some time. I'm so happy to be posting again and getting back into filming. I have really missed recording videos and vlogging, so hopefully we can start to pick it back up. But before we do that, we need to cover everything that's happened between the end of December and April, which that's where we are right now. Also, you'll have to excuse, my husband has the Masters on in the background. He's not even here. He put it on this morning and left, and I just haven't changed it, so we'll also be watching the Masters apparently in this video. Anyways, okay, we will start with some of the highs that have happened since I last chatted with you guys. And the first one being probably the most obvious one, we moved. We moved out of our last apartment in January, and it was not supposed to happen that soon. We were not supposed to be ending our lease until this month at our old place, which if you remember, it was a very tiny apartment. It was technically a 1-bedroom, but it had like French doors. It could have been labeled as a studio. It was just way too tiny. We were starting to outgrow it. We had future plans on our minds, and we were in the position where we were able to break our lease and move into a new place. We had so many issues at our old place. I'm not even gonna get into it, but yes, we moved. We love our new place. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, so it's much bigger. We have more storage space, and all of the rooms are bigger overall. It's better for hosting. We actually just hosted our first family gathering here for Easter, and it was so nice. Everybody fit in here so comfortably, and it was just overall a much better experience so far since our last place, and we're so happy to be here. The fact that we moved so suddenly in January kind of tacked on to all the other reasons why I wasn't ready to film or edit. And it wasn't even that I wasn't ready to, I just didn't have the time. Because also in January, literally the same day that we got the keys for this place, I started a new job. So I now have a full-time job. I don't know if you noticed from our last videos that I've posted, I was a little stay-at-home wife for about a year after getting married. We'll be married for a year in May, which I'll talk more about later, but basically the first whole year of our marriage, I've been at home, hanging out, making videos, just kind of doing my thing. Thankfully, I have a husband that's okay with that, and I know that I want to go back to that because I enjoyed that life very much. However, I did need to get a full-time job, and it wasn't really that I was looking for one, but it kind of landed itself in front of me, and I had somebody reach out asking if I would be willing to at least interview for the job that I have now. I won't dive too much into what it is or where I work just because of like privacy purposes, obviously, but I am an administrative assistant for a missions and outreach department of a church. It's actually where I grew up going to school and church, so I feel like it's fitting because I know a lot of people there still. It just feels homey, and like I've been there my whole life, even though this is a new job and I'm in a new area of the church. So that mixed with moving was taking up so much of my time, and we were trying to adjust and unpack. We also went on like 2 or 3 trips that month, so we really were just packing our schedule as full and tightly as possible. But yes, so those are like the bigger things that happened. All amazing things and very welcomed. However, we just had to learn how to rearrange some things and how we are doing life right now. We're trying new hobbies, trying to get into new things. I want to get back into reading. I think I'm gonna do an entire spring reset video and go more in depth about some of the hobbies that I have made myself commit to almost. At the beginning of the year, I did a little 2026 Pinterest board of goals, not necessarily resolutions, but just some motivational things for the year, and picking up new hobbies was one of them. Those are like the fun, exciting things that have happened. But the real reason why I stopped filming back in December, and I'll try to keep it short because I'm not going to go into that many details, but we had a death in the family that was very unexpected. It happened on Christmas Eve. So it was super unexpected. We were at the hospital at like midnight on Christmas Eve. There was a lot going on, and it was just not a good time to film. I didn't have a lot going on that didn't pertain to either that death or moving or my job, and it just didn't feel like the right time to pick the camera up. And again, I had no time to edit. So if I wasn't able to put out content that was productive or something you'd want to watch, I wasn't going to put anything out. So fast forward to early February. I told you that we moved. I started a new job. Work got crazy, and competition season started up. If you don't know, I am an MC for a dance competition. So I'm doing all these different things, and in the middle of all of this, Christian and I found out we were pregnant. And I say we're pregnant because I had a miscarriage, but it wasn't like a typical miscarriage. My body was not letting it go. It just wasn't, it was not growing, and there was no heartbeat or anything like that. And maybe one day I'll get into like the logistics of it and how we found out and what even led us to going to the emergency room, which is where I kind of found out that there might be some things to look at. There was a lot of uncertainty for the last month that was really hard to not work through. Like, obviously I can say it out loud now, like, we had a miscarriage. We thought we were having a baby. I was due in November of this year. We thought 2026 was the year we'd be parents. We would have our first Christmas with a baby. And so obviously when you find out you're pregnant, you start going through all these different scenarios and possibilities for the next couple of months. And when that ends, it's a process to walk through. And thankfully, my husband is amazing. He has really helped me through this time. And then also, he is a person that, at least in our marriage, he is a person that we like to go through things together. We don't necessarily like feel them together and then work on it separately. We're very much like, we check on each other. We have had many discussions about like the next time we get pregnant, like here's what we're gonna do, here's what we're not gonna do. There are some things we learned this time being pregnant for the very first time that has almost expanded our view on the reality of what that looks like. It's not just as simple as like you get a positive test and then you wait 9 months and you have a baby. Obviously, we were aware of things that could happen, but we just were not aware of what we were about to walk through until we walked through it. So maybe one day I'll open up about it. I don't want to scare anybody about pregnancy worries or anxieties, because I know being my first pregnancy, I was stressed about this many things, and then I ended up having this many things to be stressed about, especially for my next pregnancy. Yeah, I'm still going to doctor's visits for this pregnancy that ended like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I ended up having to have a D&C because, like I said, my body didn't recognize that I had a miscarriage. My levels were still going up. Everything was still, it was crazy. So we found out about our miscarriage, then I had a D&C. Now we're kind of healing and walking through that. Luckily, we've had an amazing support system. The entire week after my procedure, our house was flooded with flowers and cards and love and people coming over, and even people came to my office and stopped by to bring me coffee and more flowers and more cards, and just it's been a very blessed situation that we've been in, given the hardship that we've been walking through. So that's the down low on all the hard stuff. Something else that's a little bit more exciting to talk about, we've planned a Disney trip. As you guys know, if you've seen some of my other videos and some of my shorts on here, we love Disney. We go all the time. It's going to be our biggest Disney trip that we've taken in a hot minute. We are staying at the Polynesian Village Resort. That is what we have deemed our home resort. We're not DVC members, but we stay there all the time. We will sometimes stay at Pop Century if it's a quick, short weekend trip, but this year we're gonna stay at the Polynesian Resort, and I am so excited. I don't know if I'll vlog that trip, but I definitely will do some shorts and things over on TikTok if you want to go find me over there. I will decide later on how it feels to want to vlog and see what the editing process for that looks like. I don't know yet. I've never done something that big before, so we'll see, but that's the gist. I'm very, very excited about it. I've got a little countdown. I look at it every day. I've already got an Amazon cart filled with stuff for the trip. The other exciting thing that is coming up soon is Christian and I's 1-year wedding anniversary. I actually can't believe it's been 1 year. We've got some fun plans for that weekend. We're gonna be spending it at a resort and spa. It's local to us, but we've never been before. What is that flash of light? I don't know if you could see it on camera, but it looked like lightning and the skies are blue, so I don't know what that was. But yes, so we'll be celebrating our 1-year anniversary very, very soon. And I'm also going to be filming that process leading up to it because I've got a lot of stuff that I have in my head and I want to get it out there, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more creative now that we're moving past all of what appears to be the saddest parts of the year. But yeah, so we're gonna kick it off with our 1-year anniversary trip. I'm very excited for it. We've got a massage booked, we're gonna go to the spa, we're gonna just really, I hate this word, but it's the only word I know to use right now. We're really going to just relish in this whole 1-year anniversary and pretty much everything that's happened in the last year. We're going to be out of town for like three days, but 2 nights. So I've got a whole itinerary planned. I'll share it with you guys. And I am fully re-entering my bridal era, because I feel like you should always just be in your bridal era because you're always gonna be a bride. Like, you got married, you're always a bride to your husband, whether you're about to get married or you've been married for like 10 years. When the opportunity rolls around to wear white and be cute and in love with your husband, your anniversary is a prime time to do that. So that's something that I didn't do when we got married. I didn't get a lot of stuff for our honeymoon that was like white or Mrs. or bride or anything like that, or just married. Like, I didn't do that. And I feel like my 1-year anniversary is the best time to get on that train. I don't know. That's what we're doing. Coming up in the next few months. We have a busy summer, but I'm super excited about it. Yeah, I think that's all the updates. So what's next for this channel? My plan is to pick up the camera and film as much as I can. I've got so many ideas up here and I'm ready to be creative again. I thoroughly enjoy filming videos. I think I'm just going to keep it very low pressure and just have fun with filming and making content right now. I've already got the next video planned. It'll be more of trying to figure out when I can edit and when I can upload, because I don't just want to push something out that's like not enjoyable to watch just for the sake of having something to post. So hopefully there won't be a super long gap between this video and the next. Also trying to work around. Hi. Hey.
Something on the way upstairs. What are you talking about?
It's an update video.
Oh, cool.
I love you.
I love you too.
Don't intently listen to me.
Ow.
Okay, thanks. I was trying to get that done before he came home, but that's fine. Sorry if my voice gets lower because I'm aware that someone can hear me now. That's what's coming, just a bunch of vlogs and some lifestyle content. I don't really have a schedule that I'm gonna stick to, but maybe in the near future we can make one once I figure out how filming and editing work with a full-time job now. So that's all the updates. That's everything that's happened in the last few months since I last picked up the camera. And it was a lot, but I think we're on an uphill now, so it should be good. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up, and hopefully you'll stick around for all of it. I think that brings us to the end of our video. I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully soon. If you want to stick around, don't forget to subscribe and find me on other social media like TikTok and Instagram, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.